Imagine going from getting the absolute worst grades in class, I mean you're cooked, to becoming an academic weapon who aces every single exam. Even though it sounds crazy, I know a guy who did it. In a couple of seconds, you're gonna meet him. Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna reveal the secret strategies that top students use to get good grades. I'm gonna share exactly what I did to go from getting bad grades to acing every single exam. And those strategies are so good that I still use them today in medical school. So let's make an academic comeback. Listen man, for the first step, you have to ask yourself a very important question. Why are you not getting the grades that you want? Even though it sounds like a simple question, it can be tough to answer. What helped me answer this question was breaking it down into 3 main reasons. The first reason: am I being lazy? Be completely honest with yourself. Have you been playing too much Fortnite or watching a lot of Netflix? It's totally fine to admit for now. We just have to understand the problem so we can find a solution for it. The second reason could be that you've been overwhelmed. So you've not been lazy, you just didn't know how to study or the material seemed too difficult. The third option you have is that you've been distracted. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like being lazy. Maybe you've been distracted by going to the gym too much. Maybe you are socializing with your friend a lot. Or maybe you've been prioritizing other things and studying. For most people, the answer is a combination of all these 3 reasons. But you have to figure out which reason it is and how you answer that question. Find your why. You have to understand why you're doing all of this. A lot of people fail classes and get bad grades, not because they're dumb, not because they're lazy. Maybe they're a little bit lazy, maybe they're getting distracted, but it's mainly because they don't have a reason to study. And that's not you. You're gonna find a reason. You're gonna sit down and ask yourself, why am I studying? What do I want from this? I mean, clearly you want better grades because you're watching this video. But you have to understand why. Do you wanna be a doctor? Do you wanna become an engineer? Do you wanna make your parents proud? What is your reason? Do you just wanna be better? That's also a valid reason to just want to be better, to want to be the best at everything that you do. You have to understand what your reason is, because studying for the sake of studying is just boring. But once you have a purpose, you will always be motivated. You will remember why you're doing all of this. So when you lose your focus in class or you don't want to do your homework, if you have a reason, it's a lot easier to get back. Of course, you're going to have setbacks. Of course, you're going to have periods where you're not motivated. But listen, that's something we all go through. So before we get into tactics and techniques and how to actually do it, find your inner reason and write it down. Step 3, study the right way. Listen, bro, there's 100 videos out there on YouTube about how to study the right way. Everybody want to teach you how to study smarter, not harder, and save time and all of that. So I'm going to summarize all of the good things from all of these videos into this section right here. This is literally all what you need to make an academic comeback. The fastest way to study and retain information, so read something and actually remember it, is active recall. You need to test yourself on newly attained knowledge. So when you read something new, take a step back and try to understand what you've just read. You can do that by explaining stuff out loud, either to yourself or to a friend. You can also test yourself on knowledge that you already have by using flashcards. Step 4, change your mindset. My last advice is to actually believe that you can do it. Believe that you are the kind of student who can make an academic comeback. If you don't believe it's possible, then nothing will happen. Honestly, that's everything you need to make an academic comeback. Understand why you want to get better grades, figure out why you have been getting bad grades, and study the right way. With all of these and a good mindset, you can do it. If you need help or have any other questions, write a comment and I will get back to you. Now, if you want to get smarter and be smarter than most of your friends, I recommend you watching this video right here. And yeah, that's it. See you next time.